So LA's firefighters are making progress. The winds are down at the moment, but some first responders aren't waiting for the wildfires to be completely doused before they start laying blame for what they say were appalling problems they had putting those fires out. News Nation has obtained a scathing letter from Los Angeles fire officials demanding that their own fire chief step down due to mismanagement over the response to both the Eaton and the Palisades fires. Joining us now is News Nation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh. And Rich, you got this email, as well as some internal documents that showed more budget cuts were on the horizon, even from the past ones that had already gone into effect, and spoke to a former Los Angeles firefighter about it all. What did he tell you?
First of all, he's not critical of the Los Angeles Fire Department and the heroic work that they're doing. He is critical of management, and he says there is a complete and utter lack of leadership. Take a look. John Knox, a 23-year veteran of the Los Angeles Fire Department, refused to take the COVID shot along with hundreds of others and was fired in 2021. Today, he's blasting the fire chief's response to LA County's deadly fires.
A lot of it could have been prevented had policies and procedures that are put in place been followed.
And many officials agree. In a scathing letter to Chief Cristine Crowley, obtained by News Nation, current and former fire chiefs write, all the preventative systems and mechanisms that we have put into place in the past were non-existent at the Palisades fire. We attribute this to you and your command staff's lack of experience, arrogance, inability to lead and manage the Los Angeles Fire Department both in emergency and non-emergency times, and the recent retirement of over 125 senior command officers.
I think in describing this, probably the best way I can is a complete and utter lack of leadership.
Knox says this problem goes above the chief, too. This internal Los Angeles Fire Department document shows that the mayor's office was asking for an additional $48.8 million in budget cuts this fiscal year, which would need them to close 16 fire stations. Knox says the lack of pre-deployment when the city knew about this looming catastrophe was a failure. That, coupled with this official notice directing the Los Angeles Fire Department to suspend testing of fire hydrants, citing budget constraints. Then there were the challenges to the water supply, including the Santa Ynez Reservoir sitting empty.
If that were online, if that were full of water, would that have made a difference in your opinion? I would think so. It's 117 million gallons of water. There's, I believe, 3 or 4 tanks up there also that are 1 million gallons apiece that they pump out of the reservoir to those holding tanks. It's also my understanding that one of those tanks was empty.
The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's own data shows that 5 other reservoirs are empty at 0%. Knox lays the blame squarely on severe mismanagement at the top.
The forest management, brush abatement, dry hydrants, lack of pre-deployment, and budget cuts, those are all issues. To me, it's complete and utter mismanagement. I think everyone needs to take responsibility for their specific department, and the mayor definitely needs to be held accountable because it's her city. And if she's not managing it appropriately, she should resign.
Now, Elizabeth, I'm not sure you can see over my shoulder here, that's the Santa Ynez Reservoir. It's still empty. Palisades residents
Still
here
empty.
in Pacific Palisades, they've just filed a lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles and the Department of Power and Water. The beginning of, I imagine, a wave of lawsuits to come. Elizabeth?
You bet. All right.
Thanks, and God bless you for supporting our patriotic channel here at Bad News Uncensored. Please share and like our videos because it helps our subscribers to get notified and get notifications. Our New Year's resolution is to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please pray for the families and the victims of the California wildfires. We really appreciate your help, and for now, until we meet again, see you later.